Hey, this is Sir Charles Carey. I want you to join me on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. for the Tru-Mu Podcast. True Music. That's where we talk about all things.
I'm a musician, singer, songwriter, producer, engineer.
All things creative.
Me and my co-host, Carl T. Smith, the smooth one, will be glad to hear you, glad to talk to you, answer your questions, and talk all things music. The Tru-Mu Podcast, Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard. Be part of the energy.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
You're sexy, so good to me.
Hey folks, Sir Charles Carey, and he is the smooth one, Carl T. Smith. What's going on, Carl?
All right. And
All
yourself?
right. Grateful, always grateful. Through the thick and the thin. Grateful, man. Look, it's better to have a voice than no voice at all, obviously, right?
Obviously, yeah.
Man, we built up to doing this event called the True Lovers Tour, and voila, or voici, here it is, there it is. And we did the dang on thing last Friday. So for those of you that were there, thank you for coming. Again, there will be footage at some point of the event. You can see it in the comforts of your home. Those that came, they seemed to have a great time. It was great with all the other artists. I mean, what can I say? You know, I look forward to the next one for sure.
Yeah. Actually, it was a good time. Had a good time. You know, a lot of good energy and stuff. And got to plan another one.
Yes, indeed, absolutely. As look, we're actually in the process of getting to that now. I know we got a few folks that are going to join us that were there at the show. They're going to join us on the broadcast here today. And I'm looking forward to their feedback. So I think we've got somebody in the green room round. We got Tawanda Prince. So Tawanda Prince is there. Hey, Tawanda.
Hey, Tawana.
Hey, how are you?
Good.
Pretty good.
I was gonna say, how was your weekend? I know where you were on Friday, but how was the rest of your weekend?
Oh, pretty busy. I'm in rehearsal for a play right now. So Saturday I had rehearsal and I was pretty tired after Friday night hanging out with you guys, but I made it through.
Look, I'll just say this. My feet were killing me. I don't remember my feet hurting me that much in a long time. And I had shoes the whole night, so what gives?
Yeah. Well, it's just like you said, be part of the energy. Well, when you're part of the energy, you get tired. So
yeah, absolutely. But I just definitely wanted to thank you for your participation, you and the smooth one, Carl T. Smith, for giving all of your gift for Friday's performance. Very well received. Excuse me. Very well received and inspiring. I fed off of y'all energy too, so y'all made me go in.
there you go.
Absolutely. I know you're promoting your book and the 25th anniversary. You got a play that you're going to be in. You got so many things going on, but how did you take the event from Friday? What was your overall take from your performance and sharing your gift with everyone?
Well, first of all, it was a great lineup, right? And I misspoke because I said I was the only lady on the agenda, but you had the other young lady whose voice was absolutely amazing.
Nicole.
Soul City Collective, is that it?
Yes.
Yeah. She was great. The duet that you guys did was just really on top. Right up there. But so it was an enjoyable night. I like that it was it was in an intimate setting. So you got a chance to talk to the guests and Of course, I got a chance to have my table set up with my books and things like that. So that was a bonus. And, looking forward to the next one.
Right. Oh, that's great, man. I tell you, I enjoy Tennessee whiskey.
Thank you.
Never had whiskey from Tennessee before, so that was my first opportunity.
It's funny because I don't know if you recall, but that was kind of a last minute change because that was supposed to be signed, sealed, and delivered because I wanted to kind of break it up. I didn't want it to be all so, I wanted something more up tempo. But spring was springing and allergies were allergying, and so I needed to stay in that lower register. So Tennessee whiskey was a better choice for me, but apparently it was a hit. So
Yeah, it's funny that song, which I've heard, but never really gave it much attention or really, just never really considered it very much. I heard, what's this guy name? Not Two Chains, definitely not Tupac. Oh gosh, what's the guy that does the voice thing, the voice changing thing? T
Mm.
T-Pain.
Okay.
I heard T-Pain sing that. He had this set where he was singing Tennessee whiskey. I believe he did some Elvis Presley songs. He did
Wow.
some other covers, because he's known as a rapper and producer. But
Uh-huh.
him sing Tennessee whiskey, and I was like, whoa.
Yeah, it's a great song. I mean, I put a little soul and a little blues on it, but it's just a great song. So yeah.
Are you also familiar with Rascal Flatts?
I don't know their music offhand. I've heard of them, but I don't know their music offhand. I actually Tennessee whiskey. I heard someone do it at an open mic a couple of years ago, and I was like, I like that. So that's what got me hooked on to it.
Yeah, I heard Rascal Flatts do "I'll Be Home for Christmas," and
Mm.
that joint melted my heart. And I believe the majority of the song was done a cappella, and it was
Oh.
whoa. I mean, tight harmony. Just
Mhm.
man, if you ever get a chance, check them out on YouTube.
Okay. Yeah. Well,
Yeah. So, Smooth One, what was your feedback on Friday's performance?
Well, I definitely enjoyed all the acts. It turned out, very well. The intimate settings was great. Um, I think that it was a success, and that we had definitely have to hit it again a couple of more times. I like to see it maybe a little more flashy year, but other than that, I mean, I think it was great.
Good, good, good. Yeah, I'd have to agree with both of you because, I mean, I've done this like you, Carl, and possibly you even also, Tawanda, for so many years on both sides of the microphone, whether it's music or speaking, and you go through all these motions of the venue and the people that they're going to be part of the lineup, and the anticipation of the customers coming and the setup, the breakdown, and it's like, man, I'm spit before the first note could be sung.
absolutely. I agree. And, you know, we're all just a hair over being a teenager. And so it's not as easy as it used to be to schlep all the stuff from the house into the car, and into the venue and set up and all of that. So definitely something to consider, um, when embarking on these kinds of things. But so worth it.
Yeah, yeah. After the setup was completed and the sound check was done, I think we had at least, I don't know, 30, 45 minutes. And I checked my watch. I was like, oh, okay. I said, okay, I can sit down. So I sat down and got right back up. I just couldn't be still because, just the anticipation, is everything right? Is everything in its right place? we're good, right? And everyone was where they needed to be. But I tell you, man, I guess the role of an artist, regardless to the art, um, is that never ending story, and I really, again, I appreciate you guys as well as all the other participants. I'm talking about Anthony Tillman for the photography, um,
Um,
Only Greatness Media for video, excuse me, DA Sounds for the sound backup. I don't know why I'm getting this voice thing out.
allergies are allergying. That's why.
I don't receive that. But you know, I mean, just MPK Cabaret for always hosting a nice venue and having the utmost customer service. I think they are an example of how business is supposed to be done. Of course, when you, I'm getting a message from someone, see what they say. Sure. Who's this from? Okay. When you're an example of how business is supposed to be conducted, um, and you do that time and time again consistently. I mean, that's what more can you ask for? And that's one thing I can say about MPK Cabaret. They always want to know, is there anything else we can do? Or are you good? Are you sure? And they circle around. So I'm gonna let you guys go ahead and talk with one another. I gotta take this to get one of the other guests on the line with us.
Okay.
So
So,
you have a
oh, go
uh-huh.
ahead.
No, you so you
No,
have a cake.
I was gonna make a comment about your wardrobe change because you know you came back with the flashy flash, so that was a nice little touch.
Well, I kind of wasn't anticipating doing it,
Okay.
so that's why it was so far away. Um,
Uh
it was
okay.
supposed to be. It was supposed to be on stage.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, it
It
worked.
was
It all
it was
worked.
supposed to be on stage, but that's just me, acting crazy, having fun because like it's like it was such an intimate, an intimate performance or intimate, event that it felt like family, and then I
Yeah.
had some family that showed up, and it was family and friends, and
Yes.
like okay, I can act a little nutty,
Well, you can
and
be
be okay.
yourself,
Yeah, I can have a
So
little nutty and be okay.
yeah.
It'd be all right.
Right. Now you were getting ready to ask me something?
Yeah, so you're rehearsing for a play. What play?
Yes. So I'm gonna be performing in the Howard County Summer Theater. They do one big production every year. And in 2013, I was in the show Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat with this same group. And they're
Hmm.
doing it again this year. So I went out for the audition and um was able to secure a spot. So that's going to run the end of June. So we've started rehearsals already. It's a big show, but this particular group, they do shows with like 70, 80 people. Even if
Wow,
it's like they did Hairspray and they did Hairspray with, I think, 85 people.
wow.
So, because they use the aisles, they use the whole theater. So,
Hmm.
not everybody's on the stage at one time. But at any rate, it's exciting for me. I just relocated back to Maryland in August. And
Uh-huh.
so, this is the first production I'm doing, since I've been back. I was down in the Hampton Roads area. So last year I did The Color Purple and I did Chicago and uh, Little Shop of Horrors and about three other productions while I was down there. So now I'm back here and it's like, okay, let me pick back up where I left off before I moved. So
Nice, nice, nice. So do you like so if you had a choice between singing and doing the plays, not that you would cut one out, but which one would you lean more towards?
So the play is a musical. So I'm singing in that. I'm
Singing anyway.
ensemble in that. So if I had to pick one thing, I guess it would be theater because I could do all the things. I could do a lot of
Same
things
time, yeah.
within theater. I also write and produce plays. I've written and produced two plays a couple of years back. So the theater and the stage is is probably nearest and dearest to my heart. Although I write books too, and I'm a drummer too. I kind of
Okay.
do a few
Right.
things.
All right.
So anything creative is.
Any plans on launching your any of the plays that you produced or wrote?
So did two of them. One was a Christmas production. It was Timeless was the name of it. A soulful Christmas musical. And then the other play was Put a Ring on It, which was like a modern day telling of Ruth and Boaz. So I have two others that are pretty close to ready to go. I just need to figure out the venue and all of that. So now that I'm back here, I can build on that. So you could probably look for something from me
Okay,
maybe
nice.
within a year or so.
Yeah, nice, nice, nice. Do you have any music of your own, original music?
So interestingly, yes, the plays that I did were musicals, and so I co-wrote the music with um, the other musician. So I'm not I play drums, but I don't play any corded instruments or whatever. But I hear, and so I'm one of those that get up in the middle of the night with my phone and start singing a tune that comes to me and some words. And so I did all the lyrics for the music for both productions, and a lot of the tunes were my tunes. And then I worked with a musician, which was really fun because the first time I heard the band play the songs, I started crying. Like this is something I
Emotional.
got up and heard on my way to the bathroom at 3 a.m.
Did you
3 a.m.
reflect
And
back
now
to
he's
the
a,
bathroom
a
at
5 piece
3
band. Like,
a.m.?
really? So that was so phenomenal. So that's the closest that I get to it, because I don't play keys or guitar or anything, but I'd hear and I know what I want it to sound like. So, you know.
So you play drums. So at the event, were you compelled to push the drummer off so that you can get some?
Not necessarily. Not
it
necessarily,
would
but
it would be a good addition to the show.
well, maybe the next time we'll work it out. I can do one number or something like that. But
Oh,
I used to play for First Baptist of Glen Arden for the praise team
nice, nice. Mhm.
many years ago. Look, when I was pregnant with my son and my daughter, and they're 20, 26, and 28 now. So that time has gone by quickly.
Oh
But
yeah, tell me
yeah,
about it. I'm still 21 though.
yeah. Well, that's it's funny how that works, but
It's funny how it works.
they go up, we go down.
They say we go down. That's right. I don't care what they say. I'm sticking with it.
That's it. That's it. That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, that's all good. It's all good, no doubt. I know that time seemed to go fast once we got started on Friday. Um, you get started, you get excited about things, and then next thing you know, it's all over. The funny thing is, I know a lot of times when there's certain performances, you're a little cold because you haven't sung your first song or haven't performed your first number, or whatever. And then after that first number, you're kind of like into it, like, okay, I'm ready now. Let's go.
Yeah.
And then again, before you know it, the show's over. So
Yeah.
that
Well,
was
the thing about it too, Charles, in an intimate setting, I know for me, I feed off the audience, right?
Hmm.
So because you connect with the energy in the room, and it really does drive the performance. I don't know that if people realize that feedback. That's why, like when you do a play, every production, every show is different because the audience is different, and we've practiced all the lines and the songs or whatever, but that missing piece or that unpredictable piece is the audience. So on Friday, it was an intimate audience. So you could really look into, the faces of the audience, and take from that, good or bad, right? 'Cause if somebody's sitting there mean mugging, you like, oh, they're not liking it. But that, being in that intimate setting does give you the opportunity to vibe closely with the audience.
Gotcha. Yeah, I've seen that twofold. I've seen it where it works for you when they're into it, and then I've seen there have been times when you can't really tell whether they're into it or not, and if you give them too much time, you're isolating the rest of the room. So I'm like, just go ahead
Yeah.
and just do your best. And just like we had a rehearsal for this performance, and there was no one in the audience because we were rehearsing, and I'm up there performing as if we got a full crowd. Hey, how y'all doing over there? All right, yeah, that's right. Sing along with us, And
Yeah.
there's nobody out there. It's just me being,
Right, right,
stick up
right.
for me. I'm always done.
Yeah. And sidebar, the band was very good as well. I enjoyed them. And so I look forward to, hearing more performances with the band.
Yeah, that's all right. Absolutely. I was very impressed with how the band came together because there were several versions of Soul City Collective, and it started one way and in one location, and then one of the musicians had to leave. He was a little bit younger, probably around Carl's age, around 21. He got an intern.
That's right. Keep it going.
He got an internship, so he had to leave.
Uh,
I was able to replace him from another reference, and then the drummer, something happened with the initial drummer, so he was replaced with yet I found someone to replace, that could take his spot, and then
mhm.
that drummer was like, man, I don't know, it's getting kind of close, man. We need certain things to pull this off. He wasn't sure if it was going to be a well done production. So then once we realized that he wouldn't stick, great guy, all these guys are good people. I had to find someone to replace him. Got another referral and was like, it all worked out. Everyone that was supposed to be there was there. And
Absolutely.
thank goodness, for me anyway, no hard feelings about any of the people that didn't stick. I would still call on them for future productions or opportunities if the need was there, for sure.
Mhm. What else was very good too was a mixture of some original pieces and cover tunes by both of you guys. So that they're, because sometimes the risk with doing all originals, the audience is not familiar with it, then it's kind of, they're left out of the equation, so to speak. But by you mixing it in, it gave people, something familiar to, groove along with. So that was good, too,
Mhm.
a
I
nice
think
touch.
I think the smooth one should do Your Sexy next time, and I'll do Roni, for example, just to mix it up.
Right,
I can see
right,
that.
right.
I can see it.
But actually, Carl wrote a couple of songs. We collaborated on a song that turned out to be The Right Time, and another one called In the Morning. Now,
Hmm.
what would be great, in my opinion, if we could perform those songs together at some point,
Yeah.
whether in May or just somewhere else. But when you have the creator of a song or the collaborator of a song or two collaborators working together, it's interesting getting that energy and letting people see how that chemistry flows. Because
Hmm.
I like his writing style, and
Hmm.
I like his. Did I say I like his writing style?
Yes.
He's putting his fingers together like he's making money.
No, no, but really though, he's a good songwriter in my opinion, and that's it. It's perfect for my vocal range, my vocal style, the energy that will go into the songs that he writes. Not all of them, but the ones that I like. So but yeah,
Hmm.
in the morning and the right time, I think those are just perfect for me. Yeah.
Hmm. Now, Carl, how many you have? You have a few CDs out, right?
Um, yeah. I've had, I've, I've, I've been pushing stuff since like cassettes.
Right.
So,
You and
so
Smoke do both.
I had, I had, and cassettes was out yesterday. Listen, I've
When you
had
were 20, because now
when I
you're
was
21,
19,
but when you were 20, you were
yeah,
pushing.
yeah, 1920. So I have it must be at least 8 cassettes that I had, and then what I did was, um as the technology, as I rode the wave of technology and it came to CDs, and then we were able
Mhm.
to make CDs and all this other stuff like that, I had taken quite a few of those songs
Right.
and made, you know, brought them into a CD, redone them and put them into a CD. And
Mhm.
this was maybe 2010, 2007, 2010.
Oh,
So
boy.
yeah, so um they they were combined into 2 CDs, and they were done then. So it's those have been the CDs that has been out, up until now. So now I'm starting to work on another one.
Okay.
Starting to work on another bunch of CDs, another something.
Right. Well,
Sharon,
they do EPs now and all kinds of stuff. So there's,
Now
opportunities for,
it's not even CDs, it's streaming and
right.
stuff like that. So
Exactly.
and anybody can put it out now. So
Yeah. Well, that's kind of like the book game too.
mhm.
Back when I first, I've been writing for forever, but like to have a book was like, I
Oh
mean,
yeah,
it was just something that,
if
was
you
a
had a
pipe
book,
dream almost,
yeah,
and
right,
then when I decided, that I wanted to, kind of tell my story, even then it was, on demand printing and publishing was just starting
absolutely,
to
yeah,
happen. So, they were making it so, but prior to that you had to have an agent and you had to get a book deal
yeah,
in order to, publish a book. And so but now, with on demand and independent publishing and all of those opportunities, it's a little more accessible or attainable for
yeah, yeah,
for
yeah,
for authors.
Sharon said it was a well executed project. She was holding me down from the back of the room and the uh, registration desk. I thank you, Sharon, for your comments, and thank you for definitely, supporting the whole event. And that's my girl right there. She's always there in the clutch. Yes, indeed. And Shantae as well. I didn't mention.
Mhm.
I mentioned Anthony. I mentioned for photography. I mentioned DA Sounds for the sound system. I mentioned Only Greatness Media, Miss Chris. Mentioned, of course, MPK Cabaret Randy. And I did not mention Sharon. And I did not mention Shantae. Shantae, she was holding down the table for the refreshments and things like that. Shantae Barrett. So
Mhm.
yeah, I definitely want to give thanks and appreciation to all those that were in attendance because that makes a huge difference. But I can relate to what you guys were saying about how things evolve from cassettes to CDs to streaming, and with books from a real book to, I mean, print on demand. I'd be honestly, I never really wanted anyone else's approval to do some of the things that I've done. And I'm glad in some respects how things have changed. You know, needing an agent or needing, to be with a record label, there's something that's to be said about those things. But if you listen to the way things are happening today in the world, it's like maybe that was a safe route to not be a part of some of those connections. You know, the
Mhm.
the love and hate, the good side.
Absolutely.
Darling Nikki, can you hear us? I don't know if she can hear us. See if
I
she.
can hear you. I don't know if you all
Oh,
can hear me though.
yeah. We can hear you. Yeah, I saw you there. I was like, I don't know if she's really there or not. Okay, I thought. Okay, good. Good. So I wanted to thank you as well for all of your time and your hard work in the process of making Friday's event possible. That was really great. I had a great time. Give me some of your feedback from Friday's event, if you would.
Oh, okay. So I, number one, had a great time doing it. From the rehearsals, it was great to see the progress as we transitioned from members and from songs and changing up of the set list and all of that stuff. Look, I'm driving, so I'm not really supposed to be on here, so I'm about to get back off. But just wanted to show my face real quick. Um,
Yeah.
but yes, so I thought it was great to, just to see how our collaboration came together. It was a great mending of the minds. And I think that it turned out awesomely. Had a great time. It was wonderful working with everybody. The personalities just clicked, you know. And of course, you and I have, oh, I'm at a red light. Okay. So you and I have sung together
Yes.
quite a bit. So that was just like second nature anyway. That always feels like, what we're
Yep.
supposed to do.
Yep.
Um,
Absolutely.
so so yeah, it was wonderful from top to bottom.
Now, do you remember when I did your first show? This is going way back when the club, the Legend, was operating, and you had some event not too far from the Legend, and I came,
hmm
I did Jody C song "Stay" and all that.
I do. So I think you're talking about a fashion show that I did, right? Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, in Austin Hill. Uh-huh. So yeah, that was a total different piece of entertainment for me. But yeah, that was when I was into it was called Diva Live,
Okay.
and I had collaborated with some friends from college and just friends that I met in the neighborhood and a couple of family members and put together a neighborhood community fashion show.
Yeah.
And you were our what were you, our entertainment and
Yeah. Yeah.
for us. And I think that's when I got very familiar with you and your style and who you were in the entertainment world. And I think that kind of started it off from there. I don't think we sang together until years later. I mean,
Right.
years
True.
later.
True. Yeah. True.
Um, but I mean, but we always knew, just because we come from a musical family, we always knew like we had the
Exactly.
talent.
Exactly.
We had the gift. It was birthed in us and passed down through the generations. Even my paternal grandmother, who I never met, had singing skills that I keep hearing about. That everyone tells me I sound just like, and I wish I would
Mm.
have, had the opportunity to meet her. So we got it earnestly, and so music is probably one of my first loves. Although I fall out of love with it from time to time.
I can
And
understand.
I find myself in a space, yes, found myself in a space where I'm like, I don't feel like singing. No, I don't want to. I'm not in the mood. No, I'm not feeling that right now. But then sometime I'll hear something. Maybe it's a new artist, or maybe I'm just riding in the car, and then something will spark the interest again, and then I'm back to it. So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. It's been a part of me my whole life. It's just it's like me turning on the light switch. Do I want it on now or no? And then sometimes I let it lay dormant.
Right. Oh, Sharon's like, we can't see Nicole. It's all good. She popped in and out.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, she saw you. She put her hands up.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
I don't know if
So
she was on
I
when I
set the
was
phone
talking.
down once I started driving.
understood.
I don't
Understood.
know if she was able to hear me give her compliment about how beautiful her voice is, and I so enjoyed your singing, and I mentioned it to you on Friday, but the duet that you guys did with "You I'm Born Again" was just, that is not an easy song to sing, and
Uh,
and it's not because not only is the execution of the notes and all a challenge, but also weaving in and out with the duet pieces. It's intricate and it requires some skills. So
Yeah.
I really want to tell you how much I enjoyed that.
Thank
Well,
you.
I so appreciate you. That is amazing. That's awesome. Yeah, I thank you. That's all I can say. It's definitely not me. I don't I have never had any voice lessons or anything like that. So this is, I really got to give glory and honor to God because this comes
Yes,
from Him. It's not like I've ever trained to do anything. So I appreciate it, and I'm glad that I'm able to share and share love, share light, share inspiration, and share
hmm
a gift that I know is not in and of me.
that's right. Yes, great, great.
Have you ever fallen out of love with your gift, Tawanda?
Oh, well, because I've been blessed to do more than one thing. uh, um, I get a chance to weave in and out of the different things. So, um, like I haven't been doing much drumming in the last probably 2 years. I was playing for a church down in Hampton Roads for a short time while their drummer was out on maternity leave. Go figure, right? And so I haven't done as much with the drums. I've got a set downstairs, but I haven't really done a lot with that. So I may need to pick back up with that. But again, I get to do different things, so it kind of keeps rejuvenating my spark for that thing at that time.
What about you, Carl? Have you ever fallen out of love with your gift, with the craft?
Man, it's been there's so many. I do too many things to fall out of anything. Um, I get a chance, like Tawanda says. I get a chance to do, like today. I'm setting up for streaming video, and then I performed on Friday, and now I got a recording to do. So no, I I I enjoy it. I enjoy it all.
Yeah.
I'll you know play behind people, do different things. So each time I do it, it's something different. You know.
Yeah. I think for myself, I won't say I've fallen out of love with it, but I think at times have felt or thought that I've lost the passion for it. And you like you said, I think Nicole may have said, you hear a song and you remember how much that song meant to you for whatever reason, maybe just because, and it sparks something. It's like, remember, and that one thought of remember just inspires me. And before I know it, I'm like, wow, I'm all in love with music or the art, whatever it may be. So I can relate to both sides of that coin. Yeah. So yeah, man. So I know that we've all have our ins and outs, and all have our different aspects of the creative talents that we prefer. And for me, it's either music or it's the speaking industry. And I know when I first started speaking, and I kind of put music to the side, I felt like, oh wow, is that easy? You don't feel any way about not doing music, and now you're just speaking because the message was that meaningful. But I think because I recognize that you can do more than one thing. You can have a gift that parallels with something similar, because the end result may be in different avenues or venues, but it's about the same type of thing: inspiring, empowering, rising up, raising up, or rising up to a different elevation in your creativity or in your ability. So I've been grateful, I know, for myself to be able to do more than one thing. So yeah. So what time we got? Wait, 7:39. Yeah, so I don't know where our other guests are, but I know that I know the next thing that we've got coming up will be the event for me in May as we look for some other events coming up in the not too distant future. Got to fill up the void, fill up that calendar. When is your event, Tawanda? The play?
The play is at the end of June. It's out. It's going to be out in Howard County. It's with, as I said earlier, Howard County Summer Theater.
Okay.
So I think it's the last 2 weekends in June, and so looking forward to that. And yeah.
I wonder if Sharon, did you want to? I mean, hopefully, she can still hear me. Did you want to share anything in particular, Sharon? If you want to jump on, I could send you that link if you want to jump on. You can put it in the. See, I'm gonna send a private. Put my glass on. I can't see nothing. Yeah, I'm not 21 like the rest of y'all.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I did want to share that the event was kind of like a blast from the past for me as well.
Mm.
And I say that because one of the other performers, Smoke D, actually went to elementary school with me. And
Oh,
so
wow.
it was, yeah, so it was kind of like a reunion. And it was great to, number one, see that, that we both grew and we both continue to grow in grace and in favor and in talent. And became the people that we are. So it's always wonderful to run into some familiar faces in places. So
Yeah.
I want to put that out there because I really enjoy Smoke D, and it was wonderful to see him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought he did a great job. Like I said, the night of the performance, I was hosting the anniversary of Suitland Fest, the 25th anniversary, and I heard the music, and I think, for lack of a better term, our generation kind of like helped hip hop get on its, get on its grind. And we gave it the support it needed, going back to the days of the Sugar Hill Gang and Curtis Blow, Eddie Chiba, DJ Hollywood, all these kind of guys, Red Alert. And, that kind of helped hip hop grow. So even though the gangster rap era came in maybe 15, 20 years after that, when I heard him performing, I say something's different about his delivery. Yeah, he did have the go-go flavor on some songs, but it was just a different cadence. And I was like, I
Mm.
like that. I liked his style. And I actually stopped, and watched his whole set. And I was like, I'm gonna do something with him because I like his approach. His approach isn't, he wasn't flashy, overly flashy,
Mhm.
wasn't negative, wasn't saying anything absurd. And I was like, yeah, I definitely would like to get in the studio with him. And that will happen. Yeah, absolutely.
Did you say DJ Hollywood?
Yeah.
That takes me back to my days in the Bronx in the park.
Mm-hmm.
DJ Hollywood would come and set up in the park and do his thing.
Did you ever go to the 371 Club on Clay and Teller?
I cannot confirm or deny. Actually, my father wouldn't let me go. My father was a cop in New York, and that particular spot was off limits. But all my friends went.
Yeah.
So yeah, I never got a chance to. I don't. Yeah, no, I didn't get to go.
It's all good. It's all good. There was
Yeah. But I went a number of other places.
I know that's right.
Yes. So.
Well, once again, folks, I just want to thank everybody for doing what they do and having shared their talents and their gifts. And we're not gonna belabor the moment. I just wanted to jump on and check out Tawanda, check out the smooth one, Carl T. Smith, check out Miss Nicole McFadden. Check me out by all means, Sir Charles Carey Music. We definitely will be doing some other things in the not too distant future because this is what we do. This is kind of like what we do. This is a part of who we are. We perform, we do events, we appear here and there, and we definitely appreciate the support of each and every one of you. And hopefully we've got something that you like, something that you can sink your teeth into, 10 toes down. I like that guy. I like that girl, whatever the case may be. And but with that being said, any other closing comments, guys?
So how will people find out about the streaming opportunity from Friday?
Well, we will make an announcement definitely here and definitely on social so that
Okay.
people can know that the True Lovers Tour event will be broadcast wherever it's going to be. It may be right here. I don't know. But we will definitely make that announcement. And when it's all has been edited and ready for production, we'll make it happen.
Yeah, all right.
Sounds
I
good.
do have a final thought.
Sure.
As I park, because I'm safe now. Um, my final thought was I was thinking about someone that spoke to me at the end of the event, an older gentleman. I'm not sure what his name was. And he came up to me at the end of the event and he said, I just wanted to tell you that I was completely mesmerized when you started singing. And so, I thought, kind of thought it was funny, it was hilarious, but the truth is, we all have something that is out here, a talent that we can put out to mesmerize someone, to help someone, to encourage someone. And so, for him to tell me that, I was like, okay, perfect, because that was for you then. It was meant for you. It was to encourage you. So, I just want us to be reminded that we have something, a light, love, whatever, gifts, talents, whatever it is, it's created for someone else. And so we need to keep that in mind as we move forward.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's powerful. Yeah. What about you, Carl?
I mean, it was definitely a great event. And basically, I'm hopefully looking forward to doing the next stuff. I'm got to get a little more of how things go on down down there now. But I'm ready. I'm looking forward to do something else.
Yes, indeed. Absolutely. I'm going to be doing my leg work and trying to make some connections and hopefully sew something together so we can keep the momentum going. Absolutely. All right, folks. Well, with that being said, until next time, as I always say, you got to be part of the energy, because if not, what's the use? Be part of the energy. And we're going to roll out with our closeout clip.
Hey, this is Sir Charles Carey. I want you to join me on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. for the Tru-Mu Podcast. True music. That's